Let's get physical. It's Jordan here, back in with this week's update and all the physical releases coming to the Switch. We're in the third week of November, the 15th until the 19th, Monday to Friday, retail low print imports and our community spotlight. But remember, once we get to 100,000 subscribers, we are giving away a Nintendo Switch OLED model, so please subscribe. This week we're getting a quad helping of Star Wars, baby. Who doesn't love Star Wars? And this time we've got some rather nice value because they're doing the double packs. Yes, you can get Star Wars Racer and Republic Commando together for the same price as limited run sold them individually. Now that's value. Here we have two very well received games in the Star Wars universe. I love Racer. I used to rent it on the Nintendo 64 as a kid, and I've never actually played Republic Commando, but I would love to give it a try when I pick up this nice value pack in the future. Plus, there's more. Another double pack, this time the Jedi Knights games. The second and third games together for, yes, you guessed it, the same price as limited run sold them individually. Because of course with limited run you do support the publisher and the developer more with their higher prices, and especially Disney, because someone's got to keep the lights on in those theme parks. They're not going to run themselves. All I'll say is if you want to see Knights of the Old Republic physically at retail, you should probably support these. I've only briefly played one of these on my old Xbox, and considering I can't actually remember which one, that tells you how little I played it, but I'll happily give this double pack another shot. Marsupilami Hoobadventure is perhaps releasing this week physically, at least depending on which site you look at. This is a game based on a French-Belgian comic from a long time ago in a galaxy, no, just in Europe. I guess this is the kind of thing Micro specialize in these days. What is a Marsupilami? Well, it's a made-up animal that's starring in this Donkey Kong-style platformer. I mean, it literally looks like Tropical Freeze. There is a collector's edition out there for true fans of the comic. It looks like it could be a decent one, to be fair, and I'm sure the Belgians are getting rather excited about it, bless them. Pokemon Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond is a new dose of Pokemon. It actually feels like it's been a while since we are used to getting them every year. We've had a bit of a break. Anyways, this is a remake of the 2DS games Pearl and Diamond, which actually briefly got me back into the series. I know a lot of people found them rather divisive, but I like them a lot more than the original Black and White, which I dropped off after a few hours. And here they are in HD, looking like they've been made by the same developers of LOL Surprise. Now I know they're just going for the original art style, but you know, that art style was made with the DS in mind. This, well, why didn't they just use the Let's Go template? I still maintain that those games look great. So yeah, you can buy these individually or in a double pack in most places, but the question is, Diamond or Pearl? Let me know. And Pokemon is our executive producers, Vilos, JCross7776, Jonathan Rumor, Michael Del Polito's Pick of the Week. NASCAR Heat Ultimate Edition Plus is unsurprisingly not getting a physical release in Europe as far as I can tell. This is only for North American audiences who consider themselves social justice activists. I'll just wait for you to get that joke. Yes, because they're going left, and then left some more, and then a bit more left until they go very, very left. It's not a brilliant joke, but I'm happy with it. I mean, visually it's looking a little rough, and the frame rate seems a little temperamental even in the trailer. But you know what? I am well up for this. Why? Well, because it kind of looks like Daytona USA had a baby with Destruction Derby, which I didn't realize up till this point is actually what I really need in my life. Treasures of the Aegean should be releasing in mainland Europe this week. The UK, as per usual, is behind these days, and North America, well, Limited Run will be distributing it, but I just don't know when. I guess they'll probably announce it this week. This looks to be an old school side-scrolling action adventure with really nice comic book style to it. Lots of puzzles, fluid Parker platforming, and a bit of Indiana Jones vibe going on. I like it, and it looks to be a decent enough game. Nerf Legends is a first-person shooter based off the children's toy line. I just think it's kind of funny they're trying to make these toys slightly edgy and badass. Aside from that though, it looks like a competent enough licensed tie-in. Reminds me a bit of that Hypercharged game that sponsors us from time to time. Looks good. And also some recently delayed titles such as Ty the Tasmanian Tiger and Smurfs and Turnip Boy should be releasing in North America this week after being delayed. It also looks like mainland Europe is getting a collector's edition of the long since released The Sisters Party of the Year. Why? Who knows, but it's there. Keep on partying, sisters. Alright, the Low Prints. Play Asia have announced their latest exclusive limited physical release in cooperation with East Asia Soft, and it's gonna make a lot of boob fans happy. Here we have the LoveKami Trilogy, 3 visual novels in one nice package for what I would consider a reasonable price, because unlike some other publishers out there, it's actually cheaper to buy this physical bundle in its standard edition than it is to buy them individually on the eShop. These are comedy-infused visual novels from the same people that brought us the fantastic If My Heart Had Wings, another Play Asia exclusive that is almost out of stock. Anyways, these shorter, more suggestive and far more animated bite-sized novels concern busty goddesses who have fallen into the mortal realm, much to the often inconvenience of the main protagonist. Don't expect Shakespeare, expect boobs. There's a standard edition and a limited edition which comes with a double soundtrack CD. Pre-orders are going up on Thursday, 11 PM Hong Kong time, and as always, we would massively appreciate it if you could come back to this video then and click our link if you're gonna purchase it, as it does massively help support us. These Play Asia exclusives are literally what kept this series alive during its early days, and they support us more than you can know. Don't forget to hit up our discount code as well, SwitchWatch TV, for 5% off any physical item, and it's also free shipping month. But please remember to click our link first. 3 busty visual novels. If you thought this week was Star Wars week, you're wrong. If you thought this week was Pokemon week, you were wrong, because this week is Premium Editions Game Week. Yes, on November 16th, you will be able to order their next 3 games. First up is Cathedral, a rather fun little Metroidvania style game with retro looks. I think a lot of people see this and they think Shovel Knight, and they're not far off, but this has a lot more exploration to it. Fun, challenging gameplay with a connected world of 600 screens. This is a bit of a hidden gem on the Switch. And our executive producer Boombox has chosen Cathedral as his pick of the week. Part of their next series, they have Mighty Fight Federation, which is basically Power Stone. And I know you're all instantly throwing your money at the stream because we all need Power Stone. Capcom, come on, just give me that PSP double pack, please. Or maybe I don't need it, since we have this arena brawler where there's stage transitions, chaos, and hopefully item mixing mechanics, because let's face it, that was literally the best thing about Power Stone 2, just mixing 2 items together to create more items. Genius. Actually, I think I'm getting ahead of myself because I don't think this actually has item creation or items in general. But regardless, it looks like a lot of fun if you got a couple of friends round and need a brawler. And finally, the game I'm personally most excited about, Phoenotopia Awakening. Yes, that is literally the first time I've remembered the name of the game properly. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird name, but this looks like a fantastic action-adventure puzzle platformer. It just looks great. What else can I say? When I saw the trailer, my first reaction was, why have I never heard of this game before? It rather reminds me of something like Zelda 2, you know, the side-scrolling one with random encounters and side-scrolling action, but actually, it looks decent, unlike Zelda 2. Controversy. It's a pretty massive game as well, believe it or not, 30 to 50 hours according to some people, an underrated gem that more people need to talk about. I really think this is the best game that they've done up to this point, and yes, robot named Fight fans, I know you want to fight me right now. Sorry. And Phoenotopia is our executive producers, Raven Knight and Thorn Metal Luna's pick of the week. Now, all 3 of these games are going to be available in a standard edition as well as a retro edition. And also, we have a little cameo from one of the Premium Edition Games team members who just wanted to say a few quick words to you Switch watchers.
Hi, I'm JP from Premium Edition Games, and on behalf of the entire team, we just want to say thank you to Jordan at SwitchWatch for showcasing our upcoming Series 3 titles. You just saw Phoenotopia Awakening, Mighty Fight Federation, and Cathedral. Which ones are you excited about? What are you going to be picking up? We want to know. We also just want to say how incredibly honored and proud we are to be bringing incredible indie titles physically to one of our favorite systems, the Nintendo Switch. So we hope to see you on our website at www.premiumeditiongames.com on Tuesday, November 16th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as our pre-orders open up. Thanks for watching, and look forward to hearing from you. Bye!
Thanks very much, JP. That's a nice little touch from nice people. Go and support them. Earth Atlantis is going up for pre-order at VGNY. This is an exploration-based shooter, and I think we reviewed this on the channel. In fact, I may very well have reviewed it before I'd even joined SwitchWatch. That's how long ago it was. I honestly don't remember a whole lot about it aside from its striking visual art style. Now, there are 2 editions of this available, a standard one and a more limited edition which comes with some nice, shiny box art, kind of metallic. I wish more games did that. Now, I consider myself a rather reserved person, except when it comes to shiny things, then I turn into Gollum from the Lord of the Rings. He doesn't talk like that in the movies. Plus you get a manual, and also it's a numbered release out of 4,000 copies. Looks rather nice. bgnysoft.com, available on the 15th. And our executive producer Cartoon Soren has chosen Earth Atlantis as their pick of the week. Cotton Fantasy is a localized version of Cotton Rock and Roll, a game that I've mentioned during imports a lot this past year and a half. Why they would change the awesome name of Rock and Roll with its badass box art to something more bland and looks exactly like all the other Cotton releases that you won't even be able to tell difference at a glance. I mean, who the frig changes Rock and Roll to Fantasy? I mean, just listen to this, okay? Cotton Fantasy. Cotton Rock and Roll! It's not even comparable. This is a distribution title from strictly limited games, but is also getting a retail release, so what is even the point of the standard edition? You'll get it 3 months later than everyone else. You can pre-order this right now. There's also a heavily priced collector's edition. I don't know why they abandoned their reasonable prices for this. Hopefully, they don't delete English from the confirmed Japanese version, which I know a lot of you pre-ordered already. If you remember, they already did that with Cotton Reboot, the absolute wankers. Heaven's Machine is the long-awaited reveal of Super Rare's proper first exclusive, like real exclusive, part of their short lineup, games that they actively helped fund and produce, supposed to be brand new originals, only made possible by the support they give to developers in order to, express themselves, and the first one is just an upgraded port of a Steam game? Huh? Yes, one of these is Heaven's Machine, Super Rare's new original game, and one of these is House of God, a Steam game. Does anyone kind of feel a little bit awkward right now? Is that just me? I feel someone's been hoodwinked here. I don't know who it is, but it always happens when Super Rare are around. And to add fuel to the nightmare, this is physical only. There is no digital release, which is horse poo-poo. I mean, look, sure, not many people would pay $5 for this even if it was a digital-only release, but this is a shitty tactic to help sell a game that's clearly not worth it. I mean, I'm all for helping fund games. I mean, it's actually what I want to do. But come on, the games actually have to be worth it. You know that releasing it digitally will massively devalue the physical product you're trying to sell, which it would not if the game was actually worth it. Either way, you should not be gatekeeping the game from digital sales. That is shit. And yes, I know they said they will sell it on itch.io in 6 months, which is basically the graveyard for any desperate game developer. Just release it digitally. There would be no drama at all if you didn't so obviously and so proudly show off how you're gatekeeping your game. You don't have faith in your game, and that's clear. And that should be a clear message to everyone to actively avoid it. If you don't have faith in it, then neither should we, really. Actually, I do wonder if Super Rare only just recently found out that this was also a Steam game. Otherwise, I really do not think they'd have gone with the whole new original games angle that they did at the very beginning. I'm pretty sure they got hoodwinked here. Anyways, enough of this rant, otherwise they might block me like good old Dougie from Limited Run. You can pre-order this between November 11th and December 22nd. They already have some stock in hand, but we'll be printing more if there is demand during this pre-order period. Bullshit. Does anyone need a break? I need a break. Here's some more people trying to sell you some shit. BlazBlue Centralfiction is getting a super belated release in North America thanks to limited run games. This physical was released in Asia and Europe so long ago, and for some reason it's taken forever to make it to North American shores. Anyways, it's a decent enough fighting game, but it's hard to get overly excited by this one. You can pre-order this right now. And our executive producer Alexander Cato chosen BlazBlue as their pick of the week. Narita Boy is a release that will make Juan very happy indeed. With its limited run games release. This is a very stylish Metroid style game with the vaporware aesthetic. It's just so pleasing to play. Personally, I recommend you just watch Juan's review of it because he can tell you more in depth about it than I can because I haven't played it. He has. Watch his review of it. There's a standard edition as well as a collector's edition which does not include much, but it's still $75 and you can pre-order this one right now. And our executive producers, Parsnip Coffee, Robotech, Punky Dooster, Brent McLean, God of Resin, they've chosen Narita Boy as their pick of the week. It wouldn't be limited run without 3 games in an episode. Well, their last one this week is Citizens Unite, which is actually a fantastic double pack of RPGs. One that emulates the Earthbound style, and the other Mario and Luigi RPG style. Both very fun and humorous, and they're linked together into pretty much one game. It's very unique, and it's been available physically in Japan for most of this year already with English, so I think a fair few of you already have it. If you don't, then this may be a better way to go, I don't know. But if you still want the Japanese version, I'll pop links down below for that. Alright, the imports. Remember, if anything takes your fancy and you'd like to import it for yourself, then consider using the links below in the description and the pinned comment. If you click those links, then it also supports us at the same time ever so much. This series would not be what it is without your support in this regard, and thank you ever so much. Plus, in return for clicking our link, you can get a very nice 5% off if you use the coupon code SwitchWatchTV while checking out. That's all one word, SwitchWatchTV, for 5% off any physical item from PlayAsia. And remember, it is still free shipping month. If you want to get free shipping on orders over $50, now is the best time to buy. Alright, Illmatic Envelope Swamp plus Radirgy Swag is the big daddy import this week. This is a double pack of shooters, both on the incredibly weird side. I'm not going to pretend I know what's going on, because really, I don't have a clue. As long as you shoot things, and those things blow up, I'm generally good. But this is an absolute attack on the senses. I'm well up for it. Now, I don't do drugs, but I probably don't even need to if I'm playing this game. I don't believe there's any English available, but you know, they are shooters, so it's hardly important. There is a standard edition as well as a collector's edition, which includes a soundtrack CD among some other stuff. Minano Radio Control GP plus Variety Set is a triple pack of Japanese language only games, one of which looks like a fun enough radio control card game that I could be down with, maybe one for Japanese gems in the future. Japan is also getting down with the bullshit. Knives Out, I really don't know what this is about, but yeah, it's a code in a box. Alright, it's time for an update. Trigger Witch, the PlayAsia exclusive, is shipping this week, at least for the Nintendo Switch version. Yes, this great little twin-stick shooter adventure Zelda-like is getting sent out on the 16th. Now is the best time to pick it up if you haven't already, with the free shipping if you bundle it with another game. There's a standard edition as well as a collector's edition which comes with a soundtrack CD, and the music is pretty good. I'll pop a link below for both. And also an update on the Valis collection. Firstly, these games are based on the PC Engine versions. I don't know if that was made clear already, but anyways, the big news is that Limited Run Games will be selling this in January with actual English, which is exclusive to them apparently, actively boasting about language exclusivity in their promotional materials. I mean, maybe after I called them out on the one-step incident, maybe they just thought, fuck it, let's just embrace it and pretend it's the normal thing to do. I asked the Japanese publisher if they could add English to the Japanese version, and although they replied to many tweets, they did not reply to mine, even though it was by far the most popular one. So if you want to push that request, maybe I'll pop a link below to that tweet for you to like and politely retweet. So yeah, if you pre-ordered the Japanese version already, you may want to think twice. I'm not entirely sure what extent the limited run translation is going to be. Is it going to be the whole game, the story, or just the menu? I mean, it would not be the first time limited run have promised a full translation and then only just translated the box art and that's it. So, who knows? Plus, it's Valis, they're arcade action platformers. I would not say English is massively essential, but it is up to you. Do what is best for you. I'll still pop links below for the Japanese version if you fancy it. Or maybe you want to cancel an order from Limited Run Games with their exclusive English language. Exclusive to those guys. Only North Americans can have English. Alright, the community spotlight, but before we jump into this shorter version, I want to say that tomorrow we have another mega list coming. Super niche. We're taking a look at all the best visual novels on the Nintendo Switch. I think there's about 80 of them in the video, and I know visual novels don't interest everyone, and I am expecting this to be our worst video ever for the first few months, but I would be very, very thankful if you're even vaguely interested in them to watch it. I think it's turned out really well, whether you're looking to get into the genre or perhaps you're experienced already but looking for something new to delve into. Honestly, I'm rather proud of it, and we put a surprising amount of effort into doing it, so help a poor guy out. Please look out tomorrow for that. The video does have a sponsor, and I'm kind of worried that they'll never want to work with us again, so please be there if you can. Alright, onto you lot now. This video is already longer than is advisable. I'm keeping it short as I'm already over my head with work and very, very tired. I hope you can understand. The roundup will be a little longer than usual. Yusha sent in this photo with a couple of fine games and a book about the history of JRPGs, which sounds like something I would love to delve into. Plus, as you can see, the collector's edition of Smashing the Battle is right there, a Play Asia exclusive. Now, Baum sent in this game I've mentioned very recently, the incredibly obscure Norwegian exclusive Flakleipa. I'm not even going to try and say it this time. So who knows how wide this distribution may be in the future, but for now, this is as weird as it gets for collectors. Our executive producer JCross7776 sent in this photo of the Japanese version of Super Robot Wars 30, the brand new entry, and is just as badass and as wonderful as the rest. Very jealous you have your physical version. Mine will have to wait, unfortunately. Chewit sent in this photo including a robot named Fight from Premium Edition Games, a really well received roguelike Metroidvania. It has a lot of fans, this one. Our executive producer Cartoon Soren wanted to show off another Scandinavian exclusive, one that flew under the radar when it released not too long ago. This translates as Captain Sabletooth and plays in English as far as I'm aware, but it's only available physically in that region. Super obscure. VF sent in this great photo, really loving the Moon Collector's Edition. I really think that's a massively underrated physical import from Japan. It plays in English and is just a wonderful game. Canal, many thanks for using our Play Asia link to pick up the Gris Retail Collector's Edition, which looks very gorgeous indeed. I mean, the soundtrack CD is probably worth it for that alone. Our executive producer Robotech sent in this photo of a massive haul of games. Thanks for your support using our links to buy many of them. Liking Lyrica 1 and 2 Collector's Edition from Japan, that's instantly an underrated import in my opinion. Week for Waifus also picked that up alongside the premium box of Blue Reflection. I actually wanted to order that myself, but you know, money. Swizz showed off the entire Robot Wars collection on Switch. All these brilliant games have English. It's just a classic badass series that I can recommend to anyone to at least try one of them. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Our executive producer God of Resin sent in this photo picking up the Ori collection and Sword of the Necromancer. That's some really beautiful artwork right there. Is that a book? I don't know what that is. It looks like an art book. Is it a collector's edition? I don't know. Our executive producer, Punky Dooster, did what he does best, showing us inside a card case with some really great titles. I'm very much looking forward to the Rabbids Mario sequel. I wish they didn't announce it so early. I prefer Nintendo's normal method of announcing things 3 months before release. That works for me. Our executive producer, Thorn Metal Luna, sent in this photo of Laia Princess, the collector's edition, which is super expensive these days. A lot of people slept on this one originally. And finally, our executive producer Parsnip Coffee sent in the Premium Edition Games' Demon's Tier Plus, a rather popular title that's been around the blocks a bit. It was pretty much inevitable that a Switch physical would come along. Alright, now a roundup. There's more people, but I'll give your picture more time to breathe than usual. Pabs, Audrey, Vey, Coach Chris, Lars, Retro Gaming Guys, Joshua Brown, Adam Karaskilo, Evil McLeod, B Salt, Grinning Wolf Games, Craig Morgan, J. P. Brian D. Mills. My Pal Dragon. What's with all these like 3 syllables? Choco Loco James. I'm getting into a rhythm here. The One. Oh, I ruined it. Champ Dancer. Oh, here we go. Chic Sal Sheld. McLaren. Oh yeah. Remy X. West Country Blue. Golbat Leather. Nintendo Gamer Gal. Mr. Val Guard. Key Corey. Mar T Mar. Ashura G. Min Q. Lord Vapor. Star V. Milk Man. Milkman. So Sha. Ying. Kraid. Never Birth. I'm sorry, I don't know why I started doing that. I just kind of got into a rhythm. Anyways, please send me your pictures on Twitter at SoWhatAboutGame. You can DM me or tag me in a post and use the hashtag Let's Get Physical. But please remember, I will lose those very easily these days because I get a lot of notifications. And we have an email address, switchwatchspotlight@gmail.com. And we also have Discord, which is a nice way for us to have a chat with you guys. We have a very nice community in there. And you can send your pictures there in the submissions section. The Discord server link is below. Please just send me 1 picture per week. Either just 1 picture or maybe you can make a collage into 1 picture. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this massive episode of New Physicals. I am so exhausted. Thank you to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brett McLean, Jonathan Rumor, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Cato, J Cross, 7776, Elissa, Punkidusta, Michael Del Polito, Cartoon Soren, Jack Severus, Vilos, Robotech, Z, Raven Knight, Thorn, Metal Luna, Parsnip Coffee, and our brand new executive. It is Government Fat Cat. Thank you ever so much for your support. Plus you, yes, you watching right now. If you watched all the way through, then you're a legend, and I hope you will be one of the people to watch tomorrow's visual novel video. Please, that would be very nice of you. And yeah, just check out some of our other stuff. See you guys. I want to go to sleep.